No roots?
No problem.
Alright guys, it is water heater time. I've got to change or at least check the anode rod, which means I have to shut the power off, let it cool down, and then obviously turn the water off, which is back in here. This is the back of the water heater, all that piping and whatnot, and there's a valve right over there that you shut off. And then I'm going to take this thing here and pop off the anode rod, which that's what an anode rod looks like. Now this one's slightly used. I had just put it in not long ago, before the hot water heater went out. So it's still good, and I'm just going to reuse it. Obviously, when we had this new water heater installed, it came with a brand new anode rod. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch it over to the GoPro, and then I guess show you how to do it. So the trick is just take it off kind of slow, because there's pressure behind it, so it's going to blow the water out. Yeah, see, there's still a little pressure on there. So I'm gonna do it slow, let it just try to do it slow, let the water come out, and then pop it out, and then we're gonna flush it, all the sediment out of it. So wish me luck. The goal is to not get super wet. Water. That wasn't too bad. As you can see, it's pretty deteriorated. It's just a little warm. Also, I forgot to mention, this is your pressure relief valve, so if you leave it shut, when you pop off the anode, it won't come out with as much force. And then when you flip it up, of course it's almost drained completely now, but it'll allow the water to flow out. Once you've pulled the anode out, you flip that up, and then the water can come out freely without blasting you in the face. You're supposed to check them every 6 months. If you're in the RV like we are all the time. I'm gonna let that drain. As you can see, all that sediment in there. And then I'm gonna take my hose with my handy dandy little deal on it and flush it out. Now the reason you have an anode rod is because the casing, or the, I guess where the water's held inside of the hot water heater, it's metal, and this is to keep it from rusting. I guess this will deteriorate before the metal on the hot water heater rusts. That's what that little guy's for. If you don't have this, you can really damage and shorten the life of your hot water heater. Okay, I can see there's some sediment in there, so I'm gonna stick this in there and flush it out. You see all those little pieces coming out. Starting to come out clear and feel a lot of like sand in there almost. It's not sand, but it's just little grainy sediments. We'll keep going. Yeah, before when I stuck my finger in there, I could feel like about that much thick, like that grainy, sandy material in there. Now I just feel the bottom of the tank, so that's pretty good. Do it one more time for good measure. You can see the difference between the two. Now this one still had some life left on it, but since I'm already in here, I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out. And it's been probably 8 months that it's been inside. And they say you're supposed to check it at least 6 months. So it's still pretty good. I mean, it's got a little bit of life left, but I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out. This one here was maybe in for 2 months before we had to replace the hot water heater. So also, you want to put Teflon tape on it. This one already has it on because like I said, had installed it once before. So it's good to go. Alright, stick it back in. Obviously you want it tight, but you don't want to over tighten it. Just want to get it nice and snug. Alright, now I can turn the water back on, it'll fill up, turn the hot water heater back on, and then it can start heating it up. And that's it. Thanks for watching.